So I chase the bucks, your friends looking like you changing up. Remember back when I would chase the bus, niggas is racing for short durations, running from their sins. When I was just a kid, running from my pen, people is talking, I Tony Hawk them, I swear to ground.
What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan, and welcome to the video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Akudama Drive, Episode 7, The City of the Lost Children. Oh yes, this episode has me on my seat. Like, yo, this is, I don't know, it's one of the top episodes in the series in my opinion because of the big transition that it made. I know episode 6 really, hit it home for a lot of people. Everybody was talking about that fight. I mean, yo, that fight was serious. And in this one, we can really say that this is where kind of things is taking a turn for the worse for the team, or at least for some people. But however, they gave us a lot more to go on. So they make it to the destination place, which is the expo part, in which the Akudamas pretty much is delivering the children to this particular area. So the children could, the two kids can fire off the rocket to go to the moon to try to live in peace. Now, there's a few things we got from this. One, these kids basically are immortal. They was a experiment for 5,555, I believe, or 57. But however, I know the brother, he came out a lot sooner than the sister. He was the absolute perfection of the immortality, and due to the same perfection that he had came the sister. Now with the professor, pretty much I took the cat form at first, pretty much helped them being able to escape. They was able to, rally up this plan to get the Akudamas to help them escape so that they can live their life in peace and not have to worry about any more experiments, because the longer they're there, the more, idea to see how this stuff works, and yeah, we're gonna go for there. Now, the second part that is wrong with this is that Doctor pretty much sold everybody out. After she got paid and everything, she sold them out to the executioners. So that she can have her Akudama listing removed. That's the deal that she made with the top brass. So yeah, this big ass brawl happened. You see Cutthroat going through people like crazy, like he cutting people, stabbing people. He got stabbed in the leg, but it didn't do shit because he was still cutting people's heads off. Especially when Swindler got a cut, my man's was in there like, yo, he was not playing. I know Corner, he pretty much gave off a couple of diversions. He popped somebody's head off. Yo, this little outcome was out of the blue, and I wasn't expecting that. I'm being honest with you. When everything seemed like they was going to dip off, or maybe, some type of betrayal, I didn't think that, it was going to be a deal that was made. But if you refer to Danganronpa, and I hate to keep on referring to this because of how good Akudama Drive is, but it still goes into the formality and how these creators do their job. Now, if you're not familiar with the Danganronpa series, again, play the games, you will love it, because the story with it is awesome. Now, and the reason why it's so much of a reference towards it is because when it came down to it, there was always a betrayer amongst them. Like, in the first game, there was Sakura. She was like the, top martial artist, super martial artist, and she was working for Makuma. And the second game, it was the gamer chick, in which she really didn't have a personality or anything like that, because she was the AI created, but technically she was the spy among them in the second game. And then if you watch the third and final game that they had, and in the show, you would see that pretty much the head person of the Hope, organization, he was the person who orchestrated everything. So it's always some type of betrayer that's in there. It's always going to be like that when it comes to these guys. And these guys do a good job, camouflaging it. I'm not going to say it's like, oh man, you just know there's going to be a betrayer in there. It's like the way he introduced it, you wouldn't expect it. And you wouldn't expect Doctor because of the way how all of them operate. All of them was criminals to the T, having more than 100 years besides Swindler and crap, I forgot old boy's name, but the guy who was with Brawler, like, it'll come to me, don't worry people, I'm not that old. But yeah, he pretty much she pretty much sold him out. Now the third thing, which this was a crusher, was that the moon doesn't exist. It's just the image. The moon is pretty much destroyed. You know, and the war that happened between Kana and Kanto, pretty much, it was not just only happening on the surface of Earth, but also the moon. They camouflaged the moon to not really draw that much of a panic, but you can see that the moon is pretty much destroyed, so my man's kind of like lost hope. So when it seemed like he was captive, he got his sister and swung her out of there, blast off the rocket so they can make it to a different destination, and he was held back to be captive. Now Corner was still there, so we're not sure what's going to happen with him. Cutthroat still was left back, we don't know what happened with them. And oh boy, we don't know what's going on with him. We know doctors work with the executioners. I don't know, since one of them escaped, that no avoids her agreement with them, or however it goes. I just know that there's a lot of things that's going on, and this will be a perfect time for Hacker to pretty much make his appearance again, because he was referencing here when they said Hacker would have went crazy seeing where they was at. Interesting. So overall, I think Akudama Drop has really been going strong. It's been doing its thing. I know it's probably one of the most underdog of the fall season due to a lot of the big names that's been out, but let's not even play around here. Akudama Drive is freaking amazing. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're going to love every episode. Every character adds a different characteristic, so you're going to love somebody, regardless of who it is. That's just my opinion. So episode 7, yeah, you did your job. I love it. So that pretty much ends where the episode is. I just don't want to thank y'all for definitely tuning in with me. Anybody who's new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, be a part of the family. Anybody who's subscriber and returning, again, thank you so much for always tuning into my videos. Don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment on your video what you thought about the review and the episode itself. Other than that, AshTheMan is signing off. Until next time, goodbye.